This is the first time I've heard of a Midnight Madness film being described as fun for the whole family.
Yes.
Which I think is so cool.
So there's actually a bit of a precedent to that. I mean, if you look back in the lineup, especially films programmed by my predecessor, Colin Geddes, you'll see films like A Town Called Panic or Jalmari Hellender's Big Game, which are also really ostensibly family movies. Because I feel like, at the end of the day, my definition of midnight is one that is, I think, more nebulous and hard to pin down, because I really think a midnight movie kind of can be anything. It depends less on genre and more on the attitude and the atmosphere. And this is a deeply strange family movie. It's a movie in which I think there's a lot of things under the surface that are quite dark and quite almost disturbing. I also think it's a movie that is very much in conversation with cult cinema. There's some needle drops that are from infamous cult movies. There's some visual references that I think will evoke films from the 1970s. I just think it'll appeal to cult film fans. And I just love the idea of, Midnight Madness has always been a gateway drug, I think, to the rest of the film festival. I love the idea of some Midnight Madness parents bringing their kids to this movie, having them stay up super late and watching, I think, one of the best kids movies in recent memory.
I love that, yes. If there's a reason to break bedtime curfew, this is the reason.
If there is a reason to break bedtime curfew, Midnight Madness is a pretty good reason.
What film scared the heck out of you when you were a kid?
Oh, I got scared at just sitcoms. Honestly, when I was a scaredy cat. I did not watch horror movies. I was obsessed with horror movies as a concept, but I was too scared to watch most of them. I would watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? That was kind of like the scariest stuff I would watch. The Tale of the Dead Man Float, still is like a really creepy segment. I remember one of the first early, that was a kids film that I think totally is almost a midnight movie, Something Wicked This Way Comes. I remember that movie. Jonathan Pryce's performance in that movie is terrifying, and it really, really was upsetting. But even scenes in movies, I remember the monster in the trash compactor in A New Hope. I couldn't watch that scene. The melting Nazis at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, that was pretty intense. And all those ingredients got me, a little bit closer and closer to finally discover that I love horror films.
Congrats again on a great program.
Thank you. Enjoy the movie.